Teacher.
Let's say some of your classmates keep on joining to the class. And we're going to start with a little bit with the objectives of this week, guys. What are we going to see? Remember that this week we are starting a new unit. So we will be talking about discoveries and inventions. This is the main topic of Unit 11. We also will be seeing a little bit of relative pronouns, how to use them in some examples, and how to make or how to complete some relative clauses using these relative pronouns. So for that, we will see some structure examples and a few exercises. After that, or well, before that, we will be talking a little bit of compound nouns. I will give you some examples and we will make some exercises as well. And then we're going to also talk about some definite and indefinite articles, the articles you have been using since first level, which are a, an, and the. And finally, we will discover a little bit of these adverbs of luck and chance, some words related with luck and chance, okay? You will be making some class works and we will try to make a small listening and reading from your book. To end finally with a small Kahoot, like this is more or less what we will be talking or we will be seeing today as part of units 11A and 11B. Guys, don't forget to complete the Cambridge platform. No se olviden de ir completando la plataforma de Cambridge para que no se les acumule todo al final. Como ya completamos la unidad 10, pues deberíamos ya tener, ir avanzando, completando la unidad 10 también en la plataforma de Cambridge. So look at what are we going to do. Just to start. Para empezar, on the screen, you have different pictures. Can you tell me the names? For example, of the first picture we have right here, what is it? Do you have any idea of what is this? Thank you, Madeline. It's an arm, right? It's an arm. And what about the second? Yes. Thank you, Gina. It's a chair, right? So if we join these two words, we have a new different one. So we're going to try to guess the new word or the new noun here in the question mark. So the new word we have here would be armchair, right? Look at this. There we go. We have armchair. So we're going to keep on guessing some of them. Vamos a ir adivinando algunas más. The first one we have is armchair. So let's continue and see which others do we have. For example, this one. What do you think it is? What part of the body is this? It's the back. And on the other side, what do we have? Ground. Ground, nos dicen, very good. It's a kind of land, right? It's el suelo, ¿verdad? So let's see what we have as a result. Yes, we have the background. We have the background. Very good. So we have here some compound words, words made by two or more different words. Let's continue with the next. What do you think it's the result? What would be the final word? Mm. What do you think this is? What do you think is this? Yes. Very good, Andres. Madeline. It's a butter, and we have this insect. And as a result, Madeline gave us the answer. Very good. So what we have here as a result is, look, a butterfly. Butter plus fly, we have a butterfly. Sí, en algunos casos pues ya vamos a ver que tiene mucho que ver, ¿no? Ambas palabras que componen un nuevo sustantivo, pero en otros, como en este caso, no tanto, ¿no es cierto? Es como una mariposa ¿cómo se podría decir? Se me fue la palabra, un mosquito mantequilla, no tiene nada que ver, ¿no es cierto? Es una palabra completamente nueva, mariposa. Tiene algo que ver con el insecto, pero nada que ver con la mantequilla. Let's continue with the next. Here, what do you think it's the final word? ¿Cuál será la palabra final? Tenemos dos palabras aquí. What do you think it's the final word? Very good, Steffi. Steffi got the right answer. We have a car and we have a pet. So the final result is a carpet. Es una alfombra. It's a carpet. Very good. Let's guess this one. Can you guess what is the last word? Very good. Madeline y Steffi. It's a doorbell. It's a doorbell. So we have el timbre, ¿no es cierto? It's a doorbell. Very good. Let's continue with the next. This one, what we all women wear. What do you think? Very good, Steffi. It's a earring. We have an ear plus a ring, and the final result or the new word we have is an earring. Very good. And this one, which one do you think is the final word? Something every woman used to put on the lips. What do you think it's the final word? Well done, Steffi. It's a lipstick, right? We have here the image of some lips and we have a stick. So the final word would be a lipstick. un brillo, un labial, ¿no es cierto? A lipstick. This one, what do you think it is? It's something we like to see on the sky. It has different colors. What do you think is the final word? Well done, ladies. Steffi, Madeline, and Gina. It's a rainbow. It's a rainbow. That's right. And the final one, vamos a hacer uno último. This one is very, very, very easy. What would be the final word? Something people used to make in winter. And they used to decorate this with exactly. I didn't have to say anything else. Yes, we're talking about the snowman. Yes, that's the answer. So we have these two words, the snow plus man, and we have a snowman, un muñeco de nieve. And we can follow with different others. Sorry, but this is just a small warm up with you guys. A little game to know what we're talking to talk. We're going to start talking in this unit. So just for you to see, we're going to talk a little bit more about compound nouns. Okay, compound nouns. So you made a small exercise and you could see that these compound nouns are are made or are formed by two or more words, okay? So you're going to see that in English, there are thousands and thousands of compound nouns, and you have been using them before. Si ya hemos utilizado un sinnúmero de estos compound nouns sin siquiera darnos cuenta. Okay, even since first level, you have been using these compound nouns. Don't forget that these compound nouns are made up of two or more words. Sí, casi siempre están compuestos de dos o de tres palabras. For example, here we have the verb break in the example right here. We have the word break plus the adjective past, and look what we have as a result. As a result, we have a new different word with a new different meaning. Si tenemos una o uniendo estas dos, tanto el verbo break como el adjetivo fast, pues obtenemos una palabra. No quiere decir que vaya a significar lo mismo, ¿no? Lo mismo que la unión de las dos palabras. No necesariamente. En este caso, por ejemplo, tenemos breakfast. Breakfast, que sería el desayuno, es la primera comida del día, ¿no es cierto? Y no tiene mucho que ver con las dos palabras que la componen. Sin embargo, hay otros casos en los que sí nos da una idea de qué puede ser o cuál puede ser el significado de esa palabra. For example, we have ice cream, ¿sí? Ice cream, right here, es la unión de hielo y crema, ¿sí? Es una forma como de describir. El ice cream, pues muchas veces es hecho de crema y es una peculiaridad o una particularidad del ice cream es que sea helado, ¿verdad? On the other side, we have haircut. Cabello cortar, ¿no es cierto? A haircut sí tiene que ver la unión de estas dos palabras. porque juntas haircut sería o significaría un corte de cabello. So they seem to have some relation between the two words that form the third word, right? Sí, en algunos casos sí tiene sentido las dos palabras, pero en otros no tanto. Okay, so as an example of other compound nouns, here we have, for example, rainforest, y el bosque tropical que suele estar lloviendo, ¿no es cierto? Un bosque húmedo, a rainforest. We have football, es una palabra que nosotros le hemos ocupado tantas veces que no nos hemos dado cuenta que es la unión de dos palabras, ¿no es cierto? Pie y pelota. So the final word or the compound noun here is football. We have some others such as aircraft, bathroom, self-esteem, eggplant, software, armchair, or fireman. We have also some others. Sí, como les decía, hay algunas palabras que están compuestas incluso de 3 palabras. You have seen those words, ya han visto ustedes esas palabras o esos nouns compuestos de 3 palabras cuando ustedes hablaban de los miembros de la familia. For example, when you talked about your politics family, ¿sí? Cuando nosotros nos referimos a nuestra familia política, por ejemplo, I'm talking about cuñados, yernos, suegros, etcétera, etcétera. Sí, esas palabritas, pues en inglés son formadas por 3 otras palabras. For example, sister-in-law. Sister-in-law sería una nueva palabra para referirse a cuñada, ¿no es cierto? Sister-in-law o father-in-law o mother-in-law. ¿Sí? Esos serían pues nuevos sustantivos formados de 3 palabras. Let's see how good you are with these compound nouns. We're going to solve a small exercise just to see how you deal with this, okay? Just let me erase these charts and we will start making some exercises right now. Yes, here we are. So you're going to see that here we have a few descriptions, okay, of what will be the compound noun. So you're going to help me recognize or guess what is the compound noun. For example, we have and the first we have, sorry, just let me, okay. A shop that sells shoes is a, miren, una tienda que vende zapatos es una shoe shop, right? Una tienda de zapatos, shoe shop. Let's see what would be the answer for the second one. A book with addresses in it is a libro con direcciones. Very good, an address book. It's an address book, very good. So let's continue with number 3. A shelf you put books on it is a what would be the right answer? A shelf you put some books on.
Sería bookshelf.
Exactly. Thank you. It's a bookshelf. Thank you. Let's continue with the next. This one is very easy. An office where you buy tickets. An office where you buy tickets.
Ticket office.
Perfect. It's a ticket office. Very good. A ring you put keys on. Sí, el llavero, ¿cómo decimos? Llavero, a ring you put some keys on. Yes, it's a key ring, or we know it also as a keychain. So we have these two options. We have key ring, and we have two words. Let's continue with number 6. A program on television is a, what it is?
TV program.
A TV program. Very good. A TV program. Or a TV show, como nos decía por ahí Madeline. Or a TV show. Very good. So we have a TV program or a TV show. Lights on a street to help you see when it's dark. What are they? Lights on the street to help you see when it's dark.
Rotsing.
Son conocidas como las, ¿cómo se llaman aquí? Los postes de luz. Lamppost, me dice Madeline. Very good. So we have two words right here. Aquí tenemos dos opciones. We have street light and we have lamppost. Very good. Both of them means the same and both of them are compound nouns. ¿Sí? Las dos significan lo mismo y las dos son pues sustantivos compuestos. Street light or lamppost. A sign by the road. A sign by the road is a, thank you, Nina. Road sign. Very good. A machine you can get cash from is a, un cajero automático, ¿cómo decimos? A machine where you can get cash from.
Cash machine.
Thank you, Dianita. It's a cash machine. Or what we know as a ATM. Fiction which describes a new kind of science. We have some movies or a movie gender. Very good, Nina. It's science fiction. Science fiction. So you help me to complete this part of the exercise. Thank you so much. So can you help me to make the next example, the next exercise? Listen carefully, guys. I'm going to make a small rectangle, red rectangle, to show you these two columns. We have column A and we have column B. And you have different words in each part. Okay, we have like 10 words in A and 10 words in B. What are we going to do? We're going to match, or we're going to make as much compound nouns as possible. For example, I give you an example. I can use, or I can make a compound noun if I join, for example, tea bag. ¿Sí? Una bolsita de té, a tea bag. What else can you find here as a compound noun?
Rockstar.
A rock star, very good. We have a rock star. What else do we have?
Coffee cup.
A coffee cup, excellent. Una tacita de café, ¿no es cierto? Como Doña Florinda y Don Ramón. Very good. Rock climbing. Yes. Yes, we can have a rock climbing.
Shopping center.
Exactly, we have a shopping center. ¿No es cierto? Es pues básicamente lo que nosotros conocemos como un centro comercial, un tipo de lugar para ir de compras, ¿no es cierto? A shopping center, very good. What else can we form?
Computer game.
Exactly, a computer game. That's a good one, right? We have a computer game. Let me just match. Very good. What else do we have? We have a TV screen right here.
Mountain top.
Yes, we could talk about the final part of the mountain, okay. Generalmente cuando hablamos de como que de la cima de una montaña, sería the top of the mountain. Sí, top of the mountain. Con mountain también podríamos ocupar otro verbo que teníamos por ahí.
City park.
Yes, we have a city park. ¿No es cierto? El parque de la ciudad. Very good. We have a city park. What about the words bread, kitchen, or bottle? Car, también tenemos por ahí, que está sin nada para unir. Bread knife, I think it is, Nina. Bread knife, very good. So we have el cuchillo que es específicamente para cortar pan, ¿verdad? Que tiene las cerdas un poco más, o la punta un poco más filuda. Yes, it's a bread knife. What else do we have? We have car, bottle, and kitchen missing. ¿Qué palabras podríamos formar con estas tres? Kitchen, bread, coffee, car, bottle.
Kitchen door.
Kitchen door, very good. We have the kitchen door. What about this one? Bottle. Con botella, ¿qué harían ustedes? Con botella y con carro. What would you choose as a compound noun? Bottle top, very good. Car park, excellent. Ojo que también podríamos decir car center, right? O car game. Yes, so we have a lot of possibilities of compound nouns with these words. You were saying, for example, mountain climbing, top of the mountain, shopping bag. Also, we can say a shopping bag. We can say a shopping center. We can even though use a shopping game. Yes, we know we have the city center, right? El centro de la ciudad, a city center. We can also talk about a city star. ¿Sí? Una persona que es famosa en nuestra ciudad, ¿no es cierto? A city star. So we have different ways, or we have a lot of possibilities to make here a new compound noun. So this is more or less what I wanted you to practice about compound nouns. Don't forget that these compound nouns are words that are formed by two other words, two or more other words. Cuando generalmente estas compound nouns se utilizan con demasiada frecuencia, pues tienden ya a escribirse juntas, por ejemplo, fútbol. Pero en otros casos, por ejemplo, sister-in-law, que era algo que estábamos viendo que no es tan común, pues se la separa con guiones, ¿no es cierto? Por eso ustedes han de haber visto tal vez cuando trataban el tema de la familia, escribían por ahí así, sister-in-law. So that's the difference between some of these compound nouns. When you use it every day, or these are very common compound nouns, they go together, and in some other cases they go separated. ¿Sí? A eso nos referimos con los guiones que ven muchas veces en algunas palabras, es decir, son palabras compuestas no tan comunes y por eso van con el guión de separación. Pero cuando son palabras desde siempre, que desde siempre se han utilizado, por ejemplo, policeman, fireman, van juntas las dos palabras, ¿ok? So this is what we have as a compound nouns exercise. Now we're going to move with some relative pronouns. In this case, I'm going to ask some of you to help me reading, please. So the first part, can you please help me reading? Dianita Bonilla? This one, please.
Yes, teacher. A relative pronoun is used to connect a clause or phrase to a noun or pronoun, used to join two sentences or clauses.
Thank you so much, Dianita. Now, can you help me reading the next part, please? What's going to help me in this time? Can you please help me reading this, darling?
It is used to give or add extra information about the person or things you are talking about in the sentence.
Very good. And the final phrase, please help me reading, Madeline.
A relative pronoun refers to a noun mentioned previously.
To a noun mentioned previously. Very good. So guys, after reading these what do you think is a relative pronoun? Nos dice que el relative pronoun es una palabrita que nos permite unir dos oraciones o cláusulas. Nos permite unir. It helps us to connect or to join two sentences or clauses. It's also used to give extra information. También las podemos utilizar para dar información adicional o información extra. ¿Sí? What do you think these relative pronouns are? Ya los hemos utilizado, algunos de estos. Pero, ¿cuáles creen ustedes que son estos relative pronouns? ¿No idea? Okay. Let's look at what are these relative pronouns. Which of them we have been using before. Miren, aquí tienen varios de los relative pronouns que ya han utilizado, pero los han utilizado como question words ustedes, ¿no es cierto? Como palabras para preguntar. Sin embargo, estas en medio de las oraciones, es decir, utilizadas para unir dos oraciones o para adicionar información extra en una oración, pues estos funcionan como relative pronouns. And it's very important that you know when you can use them. Sí, es muy importante saber cuándo utilizarlos. For example, we have the pronoun who. Con el pronoun who, bueno, o ustedes van a ocupar este relative pronoun who cuando ustedes estén hablando de personas, ¿sí? O cuando, pues, para evitar la repetición, ustedes ya hablaron de una persona, ¿sí? Y para no estar repitiendo el mismo nombre de la persona tantas veces, ustedes utilizan este who, ¿sí? For example, we have, he is the one who helped me with my task. See, let me write it just here. So here we have Carlos is the one who helped me with the tasks. ¿Sí? Él fue el que me ayudó con las tareas. Look at this. Okay, when we're talking about people, don't forget you need to use the relative pronoun who. He who overcomes his anger subdues his greatest enemy. Yes. Aquel que pues logra superar a su ira, ha superado o ha ganado a su más grande enemigo. Eso nos dice el ejemplo. Some of the students used to make a small confusion with these three words, who, whom, and whose. Si bien es cierto, tienen un significado muy parecido, es importante saber la diferencia entre las tres. ¿Sí? Whom la utilizamos cuando queremos referirnos también a personas, pero miren cuando ustedes están preguntando a quién o están refiriéndose a quién, ¿sí? Ese sería el significado de whom. So we have who, which means quién. Miren que este who significa a secas solo quién. Whom ya significa quién. ¿Sí? For example, she's the woman whom I met in Greece. Esa es la mujer que yo conocí, a quien yo conocí en Grecia. So, whom, a quién. Whose, Aquí nos dice refers to possessions. Se refiere a posesiones de alguien. Right? Seguimos con la misma tópica de una persona que posee algo en este caso. La diferencia, miren, es únicamente una palabra que va al inicio. ¿De quién? ¿Sí? Whose. Whose keys are on the kitchen counter? ¿De quién son las llaves que están sobre el mesón de la mesa? ¿Sí? Whose. ¿De quién? Then we have the word which and that. Which and that. Which we're going to use this one when we're talking about animals or maybe when we're talking about objects or things. Okay, so which. El cual, ¿no es cierto? Y este lo vamos a utilizar para referirnos a objetos, cosas, animales. Okay, for example, that is not a good language. Which all understand not. Ese no es un buen idioma porque no todos, pues el idioma el cual no se entiende, ¿verdad? So, which, to talk about animals or things. And we have the word or the relative pronoun that, que se convierte en un pequeño bonus, por así decirlo. ¿Por qué? Porque ustedes pueden ocupar who o that. Okay, we can use who or that para referirnos a personas, or you can use which or that in order to talk about objects or animals. See, sorry, I wrote it wrong. Podríamos utilizar which o that para pues referirnos en este caso a objetos, cosas o animales. So this is more or less what we have as a relative pronoun. Entre los relative pronouns más utilizados están who, which, and that. ¿Ok? Sin embargo, existen un par de relative pronouns más que ya los han visto ustedes o los han utilizado. We have the relative pronoun when, where, why, and what. ¿Sí? Estos también son relative pronouns. Where, when you're talking about places. ¿Sí? Where lo vamos a utilizar para hablar de lugares. Sign your name on the form where I've put a cross. ¿Sí? Firma con tu nombre en el documento o en el formulario donde yo puse una cruz, ¿no es cierto? Ese sería el caso de where. When we're talking about time. Siempre que hablamos de tiempo, ¿no es cierto? ¿Cuándo? Let's cross the bridge when we come to it. Y crucemos el puente cuando lleguemos a este. ¿Sí? When. Then we have why, when we want to know the reason of something. Cuando queremos saber la razón de algo, ¿verdad? We have, I'd like to know the reason why you're so late. Me gustaría saber la razón por la que estás tan tarde, ¿verdad? And finally, we have what. What refers to some things. Sí, para referirnos a algunas cosas. For example, pardon me. I didn't hear what you said. Sí, discúlpeme, pero no le escuché lo que dijo. I didn't hear what you said. So, these relative pronouns are very, very important because you're going to need them in order to form some relative clauses. ¿Sí? ¿Y qué son estas relative clauses? The relative clauses are some extra information related to a previous or mentioned noun or pronoun within a sentence. What I mean with this, lo que quiere significar, lo que nos dice aquí, es que básicamente estas relative clauses no son más que la unión de dos oraciones. Generalmente, pues en la segunda oración podemos explicar o añadir información adicional sobre la primera oración. Y para unir estas dos frases, estas dos oraciones, vamos a valernos de los relative pronouns que vimos hace un momento, ¿ok? So, for example, here we have Jess was going to a fancy dress party and she was dressed as Batman. Tenemos dos oraciones, ¿no es cierto? Jess was going to a fancy dress party and she was dressed as Batman. Look how we're going to join these two sentences and we're going to make a new one, or we're going to form a relative clause by using a relative pronoun. ¿Sí? Vamos a unir estas dos frases, estas dos oraciones, pues con un relative pronoun para unirlas. Look at this, how would it be? Miren cómo nos quedaría esta oración. Jess, who was dressed as Batman, was going to a fancy dress party. Estamos utilizando la información de ambas oraciones, uniendo las dos oraciones de forma que nos digan exactamente lo mismo. Sí, exactamente lo mismo. For example, we have Jess, who was dressed as Batman, ¿no es cierto? Jess, quien estaba vestida de Batman, who, porque estamos hablando de una persona, ¿no es cierto? Jess, quien estaba vestida de Batman, fue a una fiesta elegante. Imagine that. But anyway, we have here the two sentences joined together. Sí, aquí ya tenemos las dos oraciones juntas. So let's see. In the next page, we have also another description. Can you guys help me reading this one? Look at this. We have two sentences here. The man is tired, right? La primera oración es, the man is tired. And here we have the second sentence. He has been working all day. Sí, él ha estado trabajando todo el día. Tenemos dos oraciones. Can you help me, guys, to analyze how to join these two sentences? Miren, vamos analizando cómo se unirían estas dos oraciones. Look at this. First, replace the pronoun he with a relative pronoun who, because this is describing a person. ¿Sí? Miren, para no estar hablando del hombre, ¿no es cierto? O utilizando he nuevamente, pues utilizamos aquí un relative pronoun. Para hablar de personas, en este caso, who. The man who has been working all day. Miren cómo agregamos una explicación adicional, ¿sí? El hombre que ha estado trabajando todo el día. The man who has been working all day is tired. Está cansado. This is how you make one sentence from two. Si de esta forma nosotros hacemos una sola oración uniendo estas dos cláusulas o dos oraciones. And we have been using this relative pronoun to help us in the process. So guys, until this point, do you have any question? ¿Alguna duda o alguna pregunta hasta este punto? The relative pronouns or maybe the relative clauses. No questions? Can we start making this small exercise? Help me very, very fast with this exercise, guys. I like the guy
Who?
who gave me that book, right? I like the guy who gave me that book. Sí, me gusta el chico que me dio o quien me dio este libro. Very good. Let's continue with number 2. The teddy bear Spink was thrown away. Sí, el peluche rosado fue tirado. ¿Qué utilizarían? ¿Qué relative pronoun utilizarían? Estamos hablando de un peluche. The teddy bear. ¿Qué sería un objeto o una cosa? ¿Qué utilizarían?
Which?
Which. Very good. Which or that. Y recordemos que con who también podríamos ocupar that. Cualquiera de los dos. Which or that. The teddy bear, which is pink, was thrown away. Very good. Thank you. Can you please help me with number 3, Steven? I didn't know. Estamos utilizando o refiriéndonos a la pertenencia del dinero. No sabía de quién era el dinero.
Whom?
I can hear you, Stephen. Can you repeat?
Whom?
Whom, me dice Stephen. Vamos a ver qué me dicen los compañeros. Aquí tenemos whom. Andrés Guerra nos dice whose. ¿Cuál de los dos creen ustedes que sea el correcto? No sabía a quién era el dinero o no sabía de quién era el dinero. Madeleine también nos dice whose. No se olviden. Whom, a quién, y whose, de quién. De quién. Estamos hablando de pertenencia. ¿Sí? I didn't know whose money it was. No sabía de quién era el dinero. ¿Sí? Whose money it was. Whose money it was. So, help me with the answer of number 4, María. Bradford es una ciudad, un lugar. What would you use in order to describe a place? What would you use? ¿Tienes el micrófono encendido? No escucho tu respuesta, María.
Where?
Where, porque estamos hablando de un lugar, ¿verdad? Thank you also, Andrés. Can you just give me a second? I have to go very fast. Okay, now you're going to see on your screens a question, and we have 4 different options to choose. So I'm going to ask some of you to help me with the answer, okay? Please, Ronnie, que no ha participado todavía. Can you help me with the answer of this sentence? I'm going to visit my uncle. Lives in Brighton. Será whom, which or that, whose or who or that.
Yes, teacher. I'm going to visit my uncle who lives in Brighton.
Who, ¿verdad? La number 4 or number 1?
Number 4.
Okay, correct. Very good. You're right. Thank you, Ronnie. Let's move. Wilson. Wake up, Wilson, wake up. Help me with this one, please. Can I borrow the book you were telling me about? Which one would you choose? Tenemos whom or who. Tenemos which, that o ningún otro relative pronoun. Tenemos which and that or who and that. What would you choose, Wilson?
Can I borrow the book that you were telling me about?
Number 4?
Yes.
Okay. Por ahí tengo también alguien que me dice which o that. Let's see. Vamos a respetar la decisión del participante. So we're going to choose number 4. Look at this, Wilson. Para que no se le olvide a Wilson. So the right answer was which, that, or nothing. Sí, hay algunos tipos de relative clauses en los que se puede omitir el uso de este relative pronoun. Podemos ocuparlo o no podemos ocuparlo, que no altera el significado de la oración. For example, in this case, you could use which, that, or nothing, no pronoun. ¿Sí? Y tenemos nosotros, can I borrow the book that you were telling me about? ¿Podrías prestarme el libro del que me estabas conversando? Or can you borrow the book which you were telling me about? ¿Sí? ¿Por qué no who o that? ¿Por qué no who o that? Ojo que aquí estamos hablando de un libro, es una cosa o un objeto. Y who o that lo ocupábamos únicamente para personas. ¿Sí? That's the reason why the right answer was which or that. Ok. Mucho ojo a eso, Wilson. Let's continue. Let's continue. The child to, el niño, you gave the apple is my nephew. What do you think is the right answer, André Carcelén? Whom or who, whom, whose or whom or that? This seems to be a little bit more difficult, right? So, André.
The child to whoops. You got the apple is
Nephew, okay. Number 3?
Yes.
Vamos acordándonos de los significados de sus relative pronouns. Whose, recuerda que este whose es de quién. ¿De quién? Y en este caso queremos referirnos a quién. ¿Sí? El niño a quien le diste la manzana es mi sobrino. The child whom you gave the apple is my nephew. Okay, just pay attention to these little details. Let's continue with the next. The castle. The castle owners are on holiday. Has been set on fire. Let's see the right answer. Can you help me, please? Mafer.
¿Me escucha, teacher?
Yes. ¿Qué opción sería? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know, maybe 4? Whose?
Okay, let's try whose. That's right. The owners whose, no, the castle whose owners. Sí, el castillo de quien sus dueños, ¿no es cierto?, estaban de vacaciones, fue incendiado. ¿Sí? Se prendió fuego. Very good. Thank you. Let's continue with this one. Jimmy Maldonado, help me, please. I broke the plate.
Which that nothing?
Ajá. Very good. I broke the plate, which, that, or nothing. Sí, podríamos utilizar which, that, o no podríamos utilizar ninguno, que no cambia el significado. I broke the plate which your mother bought to us. ¿Sí? Rompí el plato, como estamos hablando de un objeto, which, sí, el plato que tu madre nos compró. Thank you, Jimmy. Let's see this one. Please, can you help me with this one? Patty, should I talk to regarding my flight cancellation? ¿Con quién debería hablar, no es cierto? Sobre la cancelación de mi vuelo. What would you choose? Whom, who, which, that nothing, or who or that?
Number 1.
Okay, let's see, number 1. Very good. Whom or who should I talk to about or regarding to my flight cancellation? Thank you. Thank you, Patty. Let's continue with the final, I think. Samantha, can you help me with this? The child to, once again, se repitió. Vamos a ver si han estado atentos. ¿Cuál sería la opción correcta para esta, Samantha? Whose, who or that, who.
Number 4.
Okay, number 4. See, very good. That would be it because the sentences keep on starting to repeat. And that would be more or less the use or the right use of these relative clauses, guys. Do you have any question up to this point? No questions? Are you ready to start with teacher Jenny?
No, teacher. Can you give me a couple of minutes, please?
Yes, sure. No questions, guys? Zero questions? Okay, if you don't have any questions, then I'm going to ask you something. What do you think? You're going to see an image right now. Let me show you from your book. There we go. And we have in big words right there, science fiction. Sí, tenemos ahí en letras grandotas, science fiction. Right? Can you see that? So what are we going to do now? We're going to see, remember that the title or the main objective of this unit was to talk about some discoveries and inventions. So here we're going to see more about the discoveries. For example, here we have science fiction. They thought of it first. Did you know that a lot of the technology we use today appeared in science fiction before scientists invented it? ¿Sí? Miren, tenemos aquí ya un hecho muy interesante. Nos dice, ¿sabían que mucha de la tecnología que tenemos hoy en día pues apareció en la ciencia ficción antes incluso de que los científicos la hubieran inventado? Look at this. Here we have two examples. The first example, I'm going to ask, who I'm going to ask? Kevin Cisneros, can you help me reading this small invention, the one who is in the red chart?
E-book readers didn't appear until...
De dos en dos.
¿Sí me escucha?
Uh-huh.
Ahí, es que parecía que no me escucha. 1999, but as long ago as 1961,
Uh-huh.
author Stanislaw Lem wrote about them is his book, Return from the Star.
Okay, thank you so much, Kevin. Ebook readers didn't appear until 1999. So this should be quite new for us because they weren't so popular here in Ecuador. Si no fueron tan populares en Ecuador, no llegaron, incluso los pocos e-readers que había eran de Amazon o de gente que podía traerlos de Estados Unidos, pero aquí en América no se popularizaron tanto los ebooks. Estos ebooks son como los abuelitos de las tablets, ¿sí? Eran básicamente una tablet que nos permitía a nosotros únicamente desempeñar la función de lectura, es decir, cargar libros digitales, ¿sí? Y tenía luz apropiada para no dañar nuestros ojitos al momento de leer. That was a ebook reader. Eso era un lector, ¿sí? Digital, an ebook reader. But look at this, even though they appear or they were released on 1991, there was an author some years ago in 1961 who read or described them in a book called Return from the Stars. So these ebook readers start or were right before they just come up or they appear. Let's move to the next invention. We talk first about the ebook readers. Let's see what happened with the cashing machines. Can you help me reading, please, Jimmy Andrade?
Okay, teacher. Cash machines were invented in the 1980, but Ray Bradbury thought of them first in his 1953 novel, Fahrenheit, ¿cómo es el número? Four has, se me olvida cómo se dice 400.
Cientos, 100.
451.
Exactly. So cash machines were invented in 1980s, but Ray Bradbury thought of them first in 1953 novel Fahrenheit 451. ¿Sí? A pesar de que los cajeros automáticos salieron a la luz en los 80s, este autor ya había pensado en algo similar en el 53. Look at this, like more than 30 years ago. He wrote about them in his novel Fahrenheit 451. Sí, así que ya apareció mucho antes de que sean creadas los primeros cajeros automáticos. Maria, can you help me with this one, please? Reading this one, Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, Part 2, Steven Spielberg, 1989. When the heroes of the film travel to the future, one of the most amazing machines they find is flying cars. The cars fly along roads in the sky which have signs and street lights.
Thank you so much. Street lights. Don't forget the pronunciation of that word. Street lights. So here we have Back to the Future Part 2. Sí, Volver al Futuro Parte 2. You have seen this movie, right? Just let me make it bigger. Vamos a hacerle un poquito más grande. Y nos dice aquí. So, Steven Spielberg wrote this film. See, he was the director of this film, who was released on 1998, the same year I was born. So, imagine how old is this movie. When the heroes of the film traveled to the future, one of the most amazing things was the flying cars. Si ustedes vieron la película, ustedes van a recordar los carros voladores, right? The flying cars, which were flying a lot roads in the skies with some signs and even though street lights. Sí, también tenían street lights. Los luces, ¿no es cierto? De, ¿cómo se llaman? Semáforos. So that would be about Back to the Future Part 2. Do you think, well, we're going to see if we have all this technology nowadays. Vamos a ver si ya existe esa tecnología de las películas en nuestro mundo actual. Let's read the next one. We're going to talk about Artificial Intelligence, which is another movie. Let's see, can you help me reading in this case, Jimmy Maldonado, please?
Yes, teacher. I, Steven Spielberg, 2001, based on super toys last summer long. Brian Aldiss, 1969. When a young child this, his mother is given an android which looks and behaves exactly like a real voice. The robot loves her like a son.
Thank you so much. Don't forget the pronunciation of this word, dies. When a young child dies. So here we have Artificial Intelligence by Steven Spielberg in 2001. Based on Super Toys Last Summer, Brian Aldiss in 1969. Ojo que estas películas están basadas en otras anteriores, ¿verdad? Como el caso de artificial intelligence. Have you seen this movie? ¿Han visto esta película? It's very old. Y es viejita es esta película. It's the story of a young child who dies, and in order to help his mother to be better, they give to the mother an android that looks exactly as the real boy. And this android start having feelings for his mom. That's what the whole movie is about. So do you think we have androids right now in this future? Yes, no? What do you think? Do we have androids nowadays? ¿Creen que haya androides ya entre nosotros? Robots with feelings?
I think not yet.
Not yet para Jimmy. What about, for example, ¿y qué creen ustedes de, por ejemplo, artificial intelligence such as Alexa o Siri, que son bien o mal sistemas operativos inteligentes? What do you think? Do you think one, or in the future, maybe they have feelings? ¿Creen que las máquinas tengan, en algún momento lleguen a desarrollar los sentimientos de los humanos? What do you think? Would that be possible? ¿Será posible? Help me reading this part of Iron Man. Please, can you help me reading? I haven't heard to Janet. Can you help me reading this one, please?
Yes, teacher. Iron Man, Marvel Comics, 1963, Marvel Films, 2008 onward. Origin scientist and engineer is badly hurt. To save his own life, he built himself a robotic heart and a powerful metal suit which makes him stronger and faster than any other man. He becomes a cyborg, part man, part machine.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Janet. So here we have this Iron Man, which is one of the most popular Avengers, you know, right? So he builds himself a robotic heart in a powerful metal suit. That's right. That is the characteristic of this Iron Man, right? He has a powerful metal suit, tiene un traje, ¿no es cierto?, metálico, que le hace mucho más fuerte, and he has a robotic heart. So in this case, we have a cyborg, what we will know as a cyborg, which is part machine and part human. Si tenemos ya aquí un cyborg, es decir que Iron Man es parte máquina y parte también ya humano. Do you think we have cyborgs in these days? ¿Creen que ya hay cyborgs entre nosotros? Or people who are part machine and part human?
Yes, in fact, there are, teacher.
Yes?
Yes, I have seen, well, no, in a computer, in YouTube, I have seen some people that, for example, in an accident, they lost a part of their body, like the arm. And so they invented this part
Or for example, I know other that the man lost his, no, it was a strange disease because he couldn't see any color. So he just saw black and white. I don't remember what was the name of that disease, but it was like that. So he created a robotic machine, a device where he put it like a helmet in his head, and he connected some of these cables to him, and with the sound, yes, it was with the sound. Yes,
Yes.
with the sound, he could like with the waves of the sound, he could like understand or interpret the color.
Yes, I heard the same. I think it was a Russian guy who had
Yes, it was. No, no, no.
artifact here, right here.
I think it was Spanish.
Okay, I don't know, but I heard about this guy who could see through this part, this machine part. So now we have cyborgs. Yes, in fact, when we lost a part of our body, maybe we get another part which is made of metal. So we're having these people who is part machine and part human, right? So let's end just with a small part of the last movie we have here, so you can move to teacher Jenny's class. Okay, let's end with this part. We have the movie Minority Report. I haven't seen this movie. Have you ever seen this movie? Have you ever seen this movie? Minority Report with Tom Cruise. I haven't seen that. Maybe it's because it's a little bit old, but no, I haven't seen this. Can you please help me reading? I haven't heard to Melanie. Melanie, can you help me reading this one, please?
Minority Report, short story by Philip K. Dick, 1956, and a film by Steven Spielberg, 2002. Tom Cruise plays a detective who can stop crime before them happen. His team uses information from psychics who can see the future. They know who will be, or they know who will break the law and when it happens, but they don't know where. Another idea that a parade in minority report is personalized advertising. All around the future city there are advertising billboards which use cameras to recognize the people walking by. The billboards speak the people by name and suggest things to buy.
Exactly. Thank you, Melanie. So look at this. We have very interesting things in this movie, Minority Report, and says that this guy, Tom Cruise, is or plays as a detective. And the interesting fact here is that he stopped crimes before they even happen. And why do they do this? They use the information from psychics, ¿sí? Utilizan la información de gente o de psíquicos, ¿no es cierto? Psychics, who can see the future. Entonces, como ellos pueden ver o predecir el futuro, pues ellos ocupan esta, o Tom Cruise uses this information to know who is going to make the crime. But the only thing is that he doesn't know where it's going to happen, where. So he will probably has to find out where will it be. Here we have another idea that appeared, ¿sí? Otra idea que appeared in Minority Report is personalized advertising. ¿Sí? Advertising. Recuerden que advertising se refiere a los anuncios, ¿sí? O a las promociones, al marketing que realizan las empresas, right? So we have personalized advertising. Son los anuncios publicitarios, pero en este caso personalizados. Then we have all around the future city, there are advertising billboards. Estos advertising billboards serían los carteles o los lugares donde, o las vallas donde ustedes pueden ver los anuncios publicitarios en la ciudad. Advertising billboards. Look at this. And this uses cameras to talk with people walking by. Es decir, que estas vallas, estas lonas publicitarias tienen cámaras. Entonces se dan cuenta de las personas que van pasando y de acuerdo a la persona que va pasando va cambiando pues ¿cómo se llama esto? Los anuncios, la publicidad. Do you think we have this personalized advertising here? No? Have you seen some personalized advertising examples? En nuestro caso, pues hoy en día no necesariamente con lonas publicitarias o vallas publicitarias. Hay algo que ustedes ocupan todos los días, desde que se levantan hasta que se acuestan. What is that?
Cell phone.
Your cell phone, that's right, Steffi. In your cell phone, what app do you use the most? ¿Qué aplicación utilizan más? Facebook.
WhatsApp. Instagram.
Thank you. Instagram too. YouTube también nos dice Kevin. Very good. So, have you seen any kind of personalized advertising there? For example, to Kevin, who uses a lot of YouTube. Digamos que ves 2 videos. ¿Qué pasa después de 2 videos o 3 videos en YouTube, Kevin? Yes, advertising. Advertising. You are shown a specific kind of advertising. And also with Facebook or Instagram, when you are watching to the stories or maybe you are watching your posts, you get some personalized advertising in order of the things you have been seeing or you have been watching or you have been listening. You're going to be presented in a specific kind of advertising. For example, if you have been looking in Google for example, new cars, let's say, when you open your social networks, you're going to find or you're going to notice that you're going to see some cars advertising, right? So these social networks, in order of your likes and dislikes or your research, they try to put you some or to show you some specific advertising. So yes, of course, in this time we have nowadays this personalized advertising. Yes, we have this right now. So these are like the most futuristic things we have. Sí, aquí tenemos ya un par de cosas futurísticas que sí se han vuelto realidad, que sí se cumplen en la actualidad, and well, some others that not so much. Sí, algunas otras que todavía no las vemos tan claras aún. So, that's what we have for discoveries. Later on in the morning, you will listen a little bit more about these discoveries and inventions, and we will make a small exercise. But now I think it's time for you to continue the class with teacher Jenny. Okay, guys? So we see you in a few minutes.
Okay, teacher.
Good morning, everybody. Well, you already know what we should do. First of all, could you turn on your cameras, please? I mean, like, in my case, in my school, I had to take a lot of tests of irregular verbs, you know, like drink, drank. I'm gonna pronounce bad, lo voy a pronunciar mal porque yo me acuerdo que en esos tiempos yo le pronunciaba mal, era como drink, drank, drunk, drink, drank, drunk. Sing, sang, sung, sing, sang, sung. So, hopefully you still remember, esperemos que aún no nos acordemos de esto. Y quisiera un volunteer que piense que más o menos los tiene por ahí medios claros, porque vamos a jugar como que esta ruleta, ¿ya? This is a roulette of irregular verbs. Entonces, por ejemplo, con la A me sale diferentes verbos, con la C ya me sale otro y tenemos que ir poniendo los pasados. ¿Ya? Obviously, not necessarily it should be perfect. Obviamente no tiene que ser perfecto, ¿no? Simplemente vamos a ver qué tal estamos. Vamos a conversar, ¿ok? So, ¿quién se atreve? Who dares? Or should I choose? Vamos, debe haber algún atrevido o atrevida. The final boss. No? Can you hear me well? Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna choose. As anybody wants to participate, want to do the contest. A ver, ¿quién será que sabe? Yeah, Andrés Guerra. Yes. Are you ready to start? Yes. Just try it. So tell your partners, like, participate, please. Okay, so active your microphone and we can start. When you don't know, you can say pass. Como paso. I pass.
Yo, teacher.
Okay, so this is the first.
Es que no le entendí el juego. Estoy
We have to tell the past of irregular verbs. Tenemos que decir el pasado.
El pasado de arise, por ejemplo.
Pass.
It.
Okay.
From catch.
Catching.
Wrong.
Doing.
Good. Here.
I pass.
Okay. Full.
Fell.
You're looking in Google. No?
They get got.
I don't trust you. Have.
They have, creo que, a ver, hat.
Okay, next participant is gonna be like this, much better. Pay.
Paid con D. Paid.
Okay, thank you, Andres. Next participant, we're gonna try with another. So let's see. Anybody wants to do it? It's not too difficult. Remember, sing sang soon, drink and drunk. And if you don't know, you say pass. No, okay.
Me, teacher.
Okay, great. Let's do it.
Broke.
Yeah. Feel.
Felt.
Great. Of make.
Made.
Great. Of go.
Went.
Yes. Win.
Won.
Cool. Keep.
Kept.
Perfect. Draw.
Oh, draw. Oh.
It's similar. Just
Oh.
one letter changes.
Draw. No.
Pass.
No, I don't know. Pass. I don't remember.
Dream.
Oh, draw. Oh. As one.
Yes. Swim. Buy.
Boat.
Put.
Oh. It's the same. Boat.
Is the same. Exactly. You're doing excellent. Drive.
Draw.
And the last is the past of verb to be.
Was where and she was where.
Do you
Oh,
know
I
this
don't
one?
know.
All right.
No, I don't know.
Here.
Here. No. Pass. Here.
No. Okay. Thank you so much, Diane. Excellent job. Anybody knows the past of here? It just added one letter. Solo añade una letrita at the end.
Heard.
Heard. Exactly. Good. And the next, past of draw.
Drew.
Drew. And finally, past of arise.
Arise.
This one I'm not sure. I think it's irregular. It was arose. So thank you so much. This is it. We've got 70, which I think it's okay. Given the fact it participated 3 students in total. But yes, great job, guys. And that's our beginning. And now let's start with our activities, of course. So first of all, we are going to watch a video. Today we have a lot of videos. So we're gonna watch a video about 20 luckiest people caught on camera. So this is like the people who saved from accidents. Let's see. Oh, remember, luckiest es como que los más suertudos. Entonces, como que las personas más suertudas captadas en cámara.
I don't know what happens, but the video just...
Don't rule that it was offside. They just could not. Marty goes, picks it up, and here he goes. It's going to go off the pipe, off the other pipe, off Berger's toe, along the goal line.
You may want to watch and pay attention. Come on.
So, jetzt Marcel Hirscher. Werden, dann übernimmt er wieder die Führung.
Das hat er gescheit gemacht.
Da ist die Ding runtergefallen!
Esse trecho da pista é perigoso, não tem acostamento, os buracos foram tapados com barro e os veículos passam em alta velocidade.
Okay, that could be some of the luckiest people. But I'd like to ask you, please, to the people, Daniela, Darling, Gina, Jimmy, Nina, one more time, Samantha, Jimmy Maldonado, Patty Armas, what happened? With the camera, please, guys.
Teacher, mi cámara no funciona.
Oh my God, the same excuse as usual.
Teacher, mi internet está lento y se cuelga cada rato.
Bueno, Gina, a ti sí te queda porque se te acaba de cortar.
Teacher, I have a poor connection to internet because this is the reason for I can't on my camera.
Okay. Well, in any case, I'm gonna take you, igual les voy a anotar y les voy a poner que tenían esto, ¿ok? I know it's tedious. I know it's tedious to turn on our cameras. It happens to me too. But, ¿saben qué también me pasa? Que cuando me hace prender la cámara presto más atención. Eso también me pasa, obviamente, ¿no? Aunque no quisiera hacerlo in my classes. But it's necessary if we want to learn. Hopefully you will learn. And hopefully some years after you will say, yo tenía una practicante que me hacía prender la cámara. O sea, no quería porque prefería estar en la camita. But I learned. Aprendí. I learned. Something. A little bit. But okay? That's my objective. Okay, so here we have, what did I show you this video of 20 luckiest people? Because we're gonna learn some adverbs related to luck. ¿Sí? Vamos a ver unos adverbios relacionados con suerte, related to luck. So this is it. Here we have our adverbs. And the first is surprisingly. Pay a lot of attention to this because later we will do an exercise, okay? So this is surprisingly, and its meaning is sorpresivamente. Of course, for example, in one of these people, sorry, they were like walking, and surprisingly, a camion appeared and almost killed these people. The next is as expected. As expected. What do you think is the meaning of this? ¿Cuál creen que es el significado de este? As expected.
Como esperaba.
Exactly. Something similar. Let's see. Como era de esperar. Exactly. Sometimes remember that it's not necessary to know that exact meaning, but if you have the idea, it's okay. Luckily. What do you think of luckily? And don't forget that this in the pronunciation is not luckily, no? It's luckily, como con o, luckily. And that is gonna be por suerte, luckily. The next is going to be editar tu unidad. Unfortunately, this is the same. Unfortunately.
Desafortunadamente.
Exactly. Desafortunadamente. Thank you. Unfortunately. Pay attention also to the pronunciation because later we will practice that too, no? The next is by chance.
Por casualidad.
Exactly, thank you so much. De casualidad, por casualidad, great job. By chance. I didn't know this one. I learned with a class. The next is on purpose. This is very used and common. It's gonna be a propósito. Esto lo usamos todo el tiempo en español, de hecho. On purpose. Entonces, feelings. Accidentally.
Accidentalmente.
Exactly, thank you. Accidentalmente. Entonces ya se van dando cuenta de lo que son los adverbios, ¿no? Como que la forma en la que pasa algo. Tal vez sorprendentemente, accidentalmente, de sorpresa, por casualidad, la forma, the way when it happened. Amazingly. Amazing.
Asombroso.
Exactly. Asombroso sería amazing. Sorry. Amazing. Y como le vamos a añadir el li, ya le aumentamos en español como asombrosamente. Not just asombroso. Fortunately, this is the contrary of, oops. Yeah. Fortunately, este es el contrario del otro.
Afortunadamente.
Exactly. Thank you. And finally, suddenly. This I use all the time. Este lo uso siempre. It's gonna be
repentinamente.
Repentinamente o de repente. Both are okay. Suddenly. It's like I was going to my house and suddenly an alien appeared. Something like that. It's like de repente, o sea, ese ratito, everything changes. Okay, so those could be the 10 adverbs, 10 or 9, well, that we're gonna learn today. And now let's do our exercise to see if you paid attention. And let's see how it goes. So in this exercise, what we're gonna do is, first of all, listen to a word. ¿Sí? Vamos a escuchar una de estas palabras. We're gonna listen to one of these words. And what you have to do is write it. Well, you'll tell me how to write. So let's listen. Let's start with one of you. Okay, are you ready? Oh, much better. Is there any volunteer? Then I say.
As expected.
Okay, great job. Well, it was supposed to hear.
As expected.
There we say, but excellent job. Thank you, Maga. As expected. Yeah, this was just the example. Let's go on. Correct.
Luckily.
You heard it. Now, how was it?
Luckily.
Luckily, great. Now, I want another person to write it. Quiero que otra persona lo escriba. I want another person to write it.
L-U-C-K-I-L-Y.
Great job. Excellent. Well, it can be done like that. Puede ser así, que me dicten, o sea, que me deletreen, that you spell it, or that you write in the chat box.
Fortunately.
Yeah, voy a preguntarles a los chicos que no saben participar. Okidoki. Tati, are you there? You're not there, Patty? Okay.
Teacher, sí. Lo que pasa es que estoy comprobando
Yes.
con mi compu, por eso no entiendo. Está reiniciando, no sé
Okay.
qué pasa.
But tell me, what is the word of this?
Fortunately.
Exactly. Fortunately. Okay. And somebody just helped you. Alguien ya te ayudó y ya lo puso. Fortunately. Yeah. The next. Let's see.
By chance.
How's that? Somebody that writes it. Alguien que la escriba y otra persona que la pronuncie, please.
By chance.
Great job. By chance. De casualidad. By chance. Pay attention to this because later we'll do another.
Suddenly.
What about in the pronunciation?
Suddenly.
Suddenly. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'd like to participate in the pronunciation. Other people too, please.
Surprisingly.
Okay, writing.
Surprisingly.
Surprisingly. Right, surprisingly. So pay attention that in this case it's not sur, it's sar. Surprise. Surprisingly. Thank you, girl. Let's see another. Okay,
Accidentally.
this word, please. Estefania.
Yes.
Tell me this word.
Repeat, please. Es que están en alto volumen en mi casa.
Accidentally.
No entiendo. Repeat.
Accidentally. Accidentally.
Yes.
Accidentally.
No?
Accidentally?
Exactly. Accidentally. Accidentally. Thank you. Boom. That's it. Okay, it says like in 3 we got some questions like it was difficult, but in the other was a little bit easier. Okay, then what we're gonna do is play a game of the adverbs. Yeah, it says, de verdad, protege los planetas para que no se conviertan en asteroides. It's very cool. So here you can put it like fácil, media, or difficult. And what you have to do is put the meanings of this. For example, luckily, what was it? Yes, se nos fue.
Por suerte.
Por suerte. ¿Alcanzamos? Yes. Entonces no me sale. Por ejemplo, y si no alcanzara, y se van sumando nuestros puntos aquí en la parte de la izquierda. And in the case that I don't have the time, it's gonna appear. Sí, me va a aparecer en pantalla, like this. So we would say that. So you're gonna play this game, and what you have to do is when you finish playing it, cuando acaben de jugarlo, when you finish playing it, you take a screenshot of the cell phone or of the computer, and you post it in WhatsApp of your score, ¿sí? Donde salga su puntuación final. ¿Okay? Entonces ahorita vamos a jugar a cada uno, y me van a mandar su puntuación al chat del WhatsApp group. So I send you to the chat and you can start. You're gonna have 5 minutes to do this, okay? So let's start, please. THE y ya, ese utilizamos para todos. pero no, eso sí, porque a veces tiene diferente, it has different uses, tiene diferentes usos, okay? It has different uses. And this is very important because when we're doing writings, cuando estamos haciendo unos escritos, we have to use it well, okay? Not like just using them, okay? So let's pay attention to this.
Articles can be pretty confusing for many students, in particular for students who don't have articles in their native language. Today, I'm going to give a basic explanation of when to use the indefinite article, the definite article, or no article. I won't explain more complicated uses in this video because the most important thing at first is to understand why we use different articles. Let's get started. The indefinite article is a or an. We use this when we are talking about a
Okay, so pay attention to this. The indefinite article is a or an. When do we use them?
We're talking about a real place or experience, but we don't specify which one. For example, if I say, Sarah works at a school in Boston, do we know which school exactly? No.
Yeah, so as the man said, I'm not sure if you understood it well, so I'm going to explain to you. E and N means uno or una, and we're going to use them, we're going to use E or N when we don't specify what is it. I mean, like, for example, I say, there's a park near to my house. Hay un parque cerca de mi casa. There's a park near to my house. Entonces, yo simplemente digo que hay uno. No especifico cuál es. Sí, solo digo que hay uno. There's a park near to my house. Otro caso, por ejemplo, con an. Este tiene el mismo significado que uno, ¿no? Que uno, una. Pero se lo utiliza, ¿con qué se lo utiliza el an? Does anybody know?
When the next word starts with a vocal.
With a vowel, yes. Thank you so much. When the next word starts with a vowel, then in that case, we're going to use an. And it's going to be the same. It's when it's not a specific. For example, there I found an ant. Ant es una hormiga, ¿no? I found an ant in my cell phone. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Que yo no estoy siendo específica con la hormiga porque solo fue una hormiga, no fue la hormiga Pepita. Si fuera la hormiga Pepita, I would say, I found the ant Pepita in my cell phone. Porque ahí sí estoy conociéndolo ya la ant, a la hormiga, ¿ya? Entonces, an y a cuando sea así súper general.
We do know that she works at some school, a real physical place. The definite article is the. We use this when we are talking about a specific place or experience. So we could say Brian works at the school on Main Street. This would mean that there is only one school on this street, and so we know which exact school Brian works in.
Yeah, so that could be it. Da, as I told you, could be when, sorry, here I have your list. Here, would be when it's a specific. I found the ant Pepita. Or I am in the school Inmaculada. Yeah, I am in the school Inmaculada Concepcion. Okay, so I'm being specific. I'm giving names, or also with the streets, the same.
The last situation is to use no article. This is used to describe a general idea. I could say, school is very important. Here, we aren't talking about a real place. It just means that in general, this concept of having schools and going to school is important. We can also use experiences and not places. So if I say I'm going to a concert, it means some concert, but I didn't specify which
Just
one.
a concert.
If I say I'm going to the concert, this means
How can you understand the difference between if I say I go to a concert and I go to the concert? Why do I use I go to a concert and in the second I use I go to the concert? What's the difference between both? Let's see if anybody knows. No, nobody understands the difference between both. I go to a concert and I go to the concert. What could be the difference? Parecen igualitos, no, but they're different. No? Yeah, I'm gonna explain. Yeah, so if I say I go to a concert, it could be whatever concert, like this Saturday I go to a concert. But if I say I go to the concert, es porque tal vez ya estábamos hablando antes de qué concierto va a estar bueno. Entonces, o sea, ya sabemos de qué estamos hablando. Por eso utilizamos el da, cuando ya todos nos referimos a algo que ya sabemos. Sí, por ejemplo, digamos, estamos hablando de que hay el concierto de Guardarraya, this Sunday. I would say, I go to that concert. Como ya estábamos hablando de ese concierto, no me hace falta especificar porque ya sabemos a qué nos referimos. En cambio, si yo dijera solo I go to a concert, es como que me voy a cualquier concierto. Si yo digo the concert, es porque ya sé cuál concierto era.
Already know.
Y cuando no utilizamos no articles, no utilizamos articles when, for example, I say, concerts are cool. Los conciertos son cool. Concerts are cool. I like them. Sí, no me hace falta utilizar un artículo. Simplemente es algo en general. Concerts are cool. Schools are necessary.
Concert I'm talking about, or I've already mentioned it. If I say I like concerts, it means that in general, I like this type of event, but we're not talking about any real concert.
Okay, that would be it. Hopefully it's clear. Espero que you've noticed the difference between both. Okay, now let's do a very quickly example with this.
Question number 1.
Okay, when can you usually see moon, in the morning or at night? Which one would you use?
The.
That would be it. We would use this. When can you usually see the moon, in the morning or at night? Why? ¿Por qué será así?
Because it is one moon for the year.
Exactly, ajá. Because there's just one moon. O sea, todos conocemos la luna, entonces ya es algo que conocemos. No hace falta decir como que hay una luna, dos lunas. No, the moon. Everybody knows it.
When can you usually see the moon, in the morning or at night?
Question number 2.
Okay, in this case, what do you think? And the others, ¿qué piensan los demás? You can write. Pueden escribir en el chat, or you can participate in the speaking. Okay. Let's see. Very right.
I saw a very...
Ajá, porque se diferencia de las demás.
Question number 3.
Great job, guys. Excellent.
I forgot to bring my pen. Do you have a pen I could borrow?
No voy a decir the pen, porque a menos que le tenga full amor a un esfero, sería como que ya sabemos de qué esfero estamos hablando.
Question number 4.
What would it be? Da, because we already know what we're talking about.
The car is red.
Question number 5.
The capital.
The capital.
What is the capital city of Australia? Is it Sydney or Canberra?
Yeah, this is the last.
Letter B.
Thank you so much for the people who's participating in chat in the speaking. Excellent job. An egg, because it starts with the letter E. Y no utilizo da. ¿Por qué será que no utilizo da, André Carcelén? ¿Por qué utilizo I usually have an egg y no utilizo I usually have the egg?
Puedo decirle en español.
Tell me in Spanish and then we try to tell it in English, ¿ya?
Because, como dijo, because, ¿cómo se diría? Estamos a...
Because we are...
a ver, ¿cómo sería? Se me fue la idea. Pero era que estamos hablando solo de un huevo y no queremos tanto el huevo para decirle el huevo, o sea, algo así.
Exactly, yes, that could be. Yes, o sea, in simple words, that was the explanation. Thank you so much, excellent. Okay, and let's do our last activity, which is gonna be the missing cat, yeah? This is a reading. Este es un gatito muy peculiar, very peculiar, as you can see. And he was missing. When I say missing, es como que está perdido, no? It's like lost cat. Missing cat, this is a lost cat. Yeah, poor cat. And what we're gonna do is complete this with the articles. So remember that we have three options. Tenemos tres opciones. The, and, or, an, or no article. These are the three options. So let's start. How do you think is the first?
Da.
Yeah. I'm going to teach you something. Les voy a explicar algo de pronunciación que no sé si les habían dicho. Generalmente esta se pronuncia da, ¿no? Pero cuando la siguiente palabra empieza con una vocal, when the next word starts with a vowel, the pronunciation is going to be di. Normally, da. But when the next starts with a vowel, the owner. The owner of
a missing cat.
Great job. The owner of a missing cat is asking for help. My baby has been missing for over... Oops.
A month now.
Exactly. Thank you so much. For a month now. And I want him back so badly, said Mrs. Brown.
And 56.
A 56-year-old woman. This could be both. In this case, I think could be both. A and a. Well, Mrs. Brown lives by herself in
a trailer park.
Thank you a lot. Okay, let's continue with another person. Can you help me, please, Ronnie? It says, she said,
She said that Clyde, her 7-year-old cat, didn't come home for dinner more than a month ago.
exactly. Go on, continue.
The next morning, he didn't appear for breakfast either.
Go on, go on.
After Clyde missed an extra special lunch,
After Clyde missed
the extra special lunch,
in this case, I would say the extra special lunch, she
called the police. A police.
No, este sí sería the police, porque todo el mundo lo conocemos. The
Yeah.
police. A menos que diga a un policía. Okay, thank you. Let's go on with another person. Help me, please. Cynthia Hidalgo. When? Cynthia, are you there? No. Okay. Daniela Dibujes, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, continue.
When the policeman who stopped by asked her to describe Clyde, she told him that Clyde had beautiful green eyes, had all his teeth, but was missing all of his left ear, and was 7 years old and completely white. She then told an officer.
We're talking about the same officer. Estamos hablando del mismo.
She then told the officer that Clyde was about a foot height.
Exactly. Thank you so much, girl. And let's finish with Gina. Tell me, girl. Are you there, Gina Rea?
Yes, teacher. Abel went off. Is Clyde your child or your pet? The officer suspiciously asked. Well, he is my cat, of course. Mr. Brown replied, Lady, you're supposed to report missing person, not missing cat, says the irritated policeman. Well, who can I report this? She asked. You have to ask around your neighborhood or put on flyers, replied the officer.
Excellent, girl. Perfect job. Okay, guys, that could be it. So we got it. We finished with our activities. I really hope you learned them, you enjoy them, and that will be all for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome.
Thank you all, guys. I can see that in some of your faces, you are dealing with a hunger. Oh my God, you're almost falling down. I see in your faces that you need to go for your breakfast. And yes, we do need it too. So we're going to go and have our breakfast from 10 to 10:35 because it's 5 minutes past 10. So we will be back at 10:35 so we can continue with the next steps of today's class. Okay, guys? So take a minute to have your break, stretch a little bit, go and have a very good breakfast, and we will be back at 10:35. If you want, you can leave the class or you can stay in the class. It doesn't matter, okay? We will see in a half an hour. For example, what happened with the moon, the sun, or the stars? When else do you use this article that?
For refers to something that I know.
Yes, something that you know, something specific, right? So when you are talking to something specific or unique, you use the article that before this noun. For example, here we have the sun, the moon, and the stars. Also, you have some other cases where you are going to use this article that. For example, if I tell you the United States or the United Kingdom, what do you think? When do we use this article that? Remember that there are some countries that are going to need this article. So when you talk about USA, probably you're going to use this article, the United States. See, the United States. So you also are going to use this article the before musical instrument. So when you're talking about maybe a guitar or something like that, you can use this article before. The guitar, the violin, the drums, ¿sí? Los tambores. También justo delante de, pues, los instrumentos musicales, en algunos casos pueden ocupar este artículo the. And as I was telling you before the name of some countries, si antes del nombre de algunos países también ocupamos este artículo. And also, look at this, when you are talking or describing about a very important or famous building. See, if you're talking about a famous building, you're going to use the article that before the name of the building. For example, the London Eye, the Empire State, or the Taj Mahal. Those are very, very iconic places of different countries. So when you want to talk about famous buildings, you're going to use the article the. For example, the Statue of Liberty, right, in the United States. It's a famous building. Everybody knows that place. So also, if you haven't noticed, but just before you're going to start a superlative form, you're going to use this article. Remember that in unit number 7, we were talking or remembering a little bit of comparative and superlative forms. And especially with superlatives, we're going to use the article the. For example, when you were saying, this is the most beautiful dog I've ever seen. Yes. Or when you were saying, I'm the tallest. I'm the tallest. Okay, so when you're using a superlative form, this article is very, very important, I can say. It's a must. It's something we need to use. We cannot omit. So we're going to use this article with all these superlative forms. Another case when you're going to use this article that is with oceans and rivers. Okay, so when you're talking or describing about an ocean or maybe the name of a river, you're going to use this article before the name of the ocean. For example, the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so before these names, use always the article that. Well, as you can see, we have a lot of ice here. So this article, it's very used in different situations. Another case, it's when you are talking or referring to a group of people. For example, when you say the rich always get fancy clothes, for example, or the rich always get richer. Or maybe we can say the homeless, ¿sí? Las personas que no tienen casa, los sin techo, ¿no es cierto? The homeless. Entonces, cuando nos referimos a un grupo de personas, ¿sí? Vamos a utilizar el artículo the. Another case could be the French. Sí, los franceses. Estamos hablando de un grupo de personas. So, in those cases, when we're talking or using adjectives to refer to a group of people, we're going to use this article that before the name of the group. ¿Sí? Vamos a utilizar este artículo, el, la, los, las en español, pues para referirnos a un grupo específico de personas. Generalmente hablamos en general, ¿no? Los ricos, los pobres, los ancianos, los jóvenes. Y en ese caso nosotros estamos utilizando un adjetivo para referirnos a un grupo específico de personas. Y en ese caso, pues lo vamos a ocupar el artículo da antes de ese grupo de personas. There's another case. As you saw when we were talking about this in the morning, we were seeing a little bit about relative clauses. So in some of these relative clauses, you're going to use the article that. For example, we have the film that I saw last night was awesome. Sí, en la película que yo vi, miren, aquí tenemos el que para referirnos a una cosa o a un objeto, en este caso la película, ¿sí? The film that I saw last night, la película que vi anoche estuvo asombrosa. Okay, so in some relative clauses, you're going to use also the article that. Sí, en algunas vamos a ocupar también el artículo that. So, let's see the final use of this article that. Vamos a ver un último uso de este artículo. And would be when we expect the reader or listener to know what we're talking about. Esto es algo de lo que ustedes ya hablaron con Teacher Jenny, ¿sí? Cuando la otra persona con la que nosotros estamos hablando o que está leyendo ya sabe de lo que nosotros estamos hablando, ¿no es cierto? Por ejemplo, ella les decía lo del concierto. ¿Por qué no a concert, sino the concert? ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre los dos? Pues, si hablamos de un concierto en general, puede ser a cualquiera. Pero si hemos estado planificando ir a un concierto en específico y sabemos las dos personas que estamos hablando de qué concierto pues estamos hablando, sí, es algo que ya los dos sabemos, los dos conocemos y por eso utilizamos el artículo that. Here we have another example. We have, where's the car? ¿Dónde está el carro? ¿Sí? Eso quiere decir que yo y la otra persona conocemos de qué carro estamos hablando. Entonces, that's why we're asking, where's the car? So, what was the difference between a and an? These articles. ¿Cuál será la diferencia entre estos dos? When do we use a?
When the next word starts with a consonant.
Exactly. When the next word starts with a consonant. Here it is. It's used in front of singular countable nouns, which are not specific and starts with a consonant. Here it is. Before a noun that starts with a consonant, a dog, a chair. And on the other side, what happens with this an? ¿Cuándo ustedes utilizan el an? Come on, guys, when do you use an?
When the next word starts with a vowel.
When the next word starts with a vowel. Very good. So that's the main point of this a or an. Remember that in Spanish, these both articles means un, uno o una, ¿verdad? Y lo vamos a ocupar únicamente cuando estamos hablando de pues un solo objeto del singular. You have some words in the left top part of the screen. Tienen ahí 4 palabras en la parte superior del izquierda de la pantalla. Can you help me reading these 4 words, please, Nina?
Yes, teacher.
Can you read these words?
The pilot. An architect. The chair.
Exactly. So, there's another use of these articles a o an. Sí, hay un uso adicional que podríamos darle o que es muy conocido, pues, ver estos dos artículos en algo en particular. When you are talking about your job, your profession, or the job of profession of someone else, you're going to use the article a o an to talk about jobs of profession. Ustedes se habrán dado cuenta que cuando ustedes describían, ¿no?, su profesión o la profesión de su familia, de algún miembro de su familia, se encontraban con que pues ustedes ocupaban he is a pilot, right? I cannot write. Let's see. He is a pilot. She is an architect. Yes, he is a policeman. Or maybe she is a chef. ¿No es cierto? Cuando estamos hablando de profesiones, de la profesión de una sola persona, utilizamos a o an. What happened in the following case, guys? What would you use? Would you use a or an in these cases?
I use a, teacher.
Me dicen, ¿verdad? One told me usamos a. Ok. A también me dice Gina. A horse. Okay, we use a. What happened with this one? Which would you use, a or an? Okay, an. Excellent, excellent. We're going to use an. Why do you think is this change? ¿Por qué en unas utilizamos a y en otras an si las dos empiezan con H?
Sound.
Perfect, the sound. The sound. In the first three words, we have horse, house, and hotel. Remember that the H, in this case, sounds. ¿Sí? En este caso, en estas tres palabras, la H sí tiene un sonido, es sonora. Tendemos a escuchar una J, ¿no? Como horse, house. Entonces, asumimos como una consonante, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, a horse, a house, a hotel. It's not the same with our, ¿no es cierto? No pasa lo mismo con esta palabra our. Cuando hablamos de la hora, sí, esta H en este caso es muda, no tiene sonido. Por lo tanto, lo primero que escuchamos es la O, que es una vocal. En esta situación, pues vamos a utilizar an, como si la palabra empezara con vocal, pero es precisamente por el sonido. An hour ago. Okay, very good, guys. Well done. Good job. Excellent job, I would say. So now that you have helped me to remember this small topic about the articles, we're going to move once again to our book. We're going to make a small listening. Okay, we're going to make a small listening about these inventions and these discoveries. We're going to see which of them are true and false, okay? So pay attention to the following record because you're going to help me completing this part. I hope everybody can see it well. All the sentences we have on the red chart, the 8 sentences, you're going to help me completing if they are true or false according to the listening. So we're going to listen and then we're going to make some pauses in order to see if they are true or false, okay? So pay attention because you're going to listen the record. Let's start.
Track 3.34. There aren't any road signs in the sky yet, but just like in Back to the Future 2, flying cars are real. The Terrafugia Transition is a car which can fly for 800 kilometers at a speed of 185 kilometers an hour. It has 2 seats and wings that fold up, so it can be driven on a road too. But it isn't cheap. It costs about 220,000 euros. And to fly the Terrafugia, you have to have a pilot's license.
So you heard a little bit of this Terrafugia flying car. We're going to listen again, so you're going to tell me if number 1 and number 2 are true or false. The Terrafugia flying car go on normal roads? Can anyone who has a driving license can fly a Terrafugia? Let's listen to see the answers.
Point 34. There aren't any road signs in the sky yet, but just like in Back to the Future 2, flying cars are real. The Terrafugia Transition is a car which can fly for 800 kilometers at a speed of 185 kilometers an hour. It has 2 seats and wings that fold up, so it can be driven on a road too. But it isn't
So, number 1, the Terrafugia flying car can go on normal roads?
True.
True. True. Thank you, guys. Samantha, Madeline, Kevin. Excellent. Good job. It's true. This is a flying car that can go also on normal roads. También puede estar pues en nuestras carreteras, en nuestros caminos normales. Let's move to the next question.
Cheap. It costs about 220,000 euros. And to fly the Terrafugia, you have to have a pilot's license.
So, anyone who has a driving license can fly this Terrafugia car? False, nos dice Patty. Kevin, because you need to have a pilot's license. Very good, Kevin. Kevin gave us also the answer. The whole answer is false because you need the pilot's license, right? Pilot license. Excellent. So let's see what about this Kirobo robot. We're going to listen and see if this Kirobo robot was designed to fall in love with the astronauts, or if this Kirobo robot knows what the astronauts look like. So listen carefully, guys.
People who have seen AI might be happy to hear that no one can make robots that love their human owner yet, but scientists are trying to make friendly robots. One example is Kirobo, a Japanese robot that was designed as a friend for astronauts. Kirobo goes with the astronauts into space.
So, do you know if he was designed to fall in love with astronauts?
False.
False. Very good, Patty. It was designed as a friend. It was designed as a friend to astronauts, right? So, obviously, the right answer would be false. He was designed to be friendly with the astronauts. Very good. So let's listen up to see answer number 4.
It recognizes their faces and says hello in Japanese when it sees them. It also gives them messages from people on Earth.
So
that was designed as a friend for astronauts. Kirobo goes with the astronauts into space. It recognizes their faces and says hello in Japanese when it sees them. It also gives them messages from people on Earth.
So, number 4, is it true or false?
True.
True, right? He can know, or he knows how the astronauts looks like. Sabe cómo son los astronautas. Sabe su físico, es decir, sus características físicas. It was designed to recognize the astronauts. Let's go to number 5. So it says, robotic suits are used to help people with health problems. Cyberdyne hope their robotic suit is used to save lives. We're going to listen.
You might not know it, but there are already many cyborgs. Doctors give people robotic hands and arms every week, and these days Iron Man suits are also available. Well, almost. In Japan, Cyberdyne have created a suit which allows people who can't use their legs to stand, walk, and climb stairs. The suit also makes the person who wears it 5 to 10 times stronger. At the moment, the suit is produced for use in hospitals, but Cyberdyne also want it to be used by rescue workers to lift heavy objects and get to injured or trapped people more quickly after an accident or disaster.
Wow, let's see. Number 5, do you think it's true or false?
It's true.
It's true. These robotic suits are used to help people with health problems. Thank you so much, Jimmy, Patty, Kevin, Muffer. Thank you, guys. So it's true. Yes. Let's go to number 6. This Cyberdyne hope their robotic suit is used to help or to save lives. True or false? True, nos dice Patty. True para Kevin. Very good. I have four answers. Jimmy, Muffer, thank you. It's true. This enterprise is willing to help more people with their suits, right? Si esta empresa espera no solo a gente que no tiene ciertas partes del cuerpo, ¿verdad? Sino también dice, they hope that paramedics or rescuers can help or can use the suit to help more people. Very good. Finally, we have the final one. Blue Crash has not reduced crime in Memphis. And the next one, number 8, we have the neck billboards know if you are interested in their adverts or not. Let's listen to see what's the answer.
In the United States, the Memphis Police Department is trying to predict the future, just like in the film Minority Report. They don't have psychics, but they do have a computer program called Blue Crush. The program can't tell the police exactly who will break the law, but it can tell the police where it might happen and even what kind of crime it might be. Crime has gone down by 30% since they started using the program.
So, do you think it's true or false? Very good, Patty. Patty nos dice it's false. It's totally false because the crime, in fact, has reduced or has gone down by 30%. So this program works. It seems to be working. Let's see what's the answer of number 8.
The Japanese company NEC has invented billboards which are similar to the ones in Minority Report. The billboards know how old you are and if you are male or female. And when you look at one, it chooses an advert for something it thinks you will like. It also records how long you look at the advert and how close you stand. This measures your interest in the advert. The billboards are already used in train stations in Tokyo.
So, is it true or false, guys? The last one. Samantha nos dice true. Patty también, true. True, nos dice Steffi. Yes, it's true, especially when we see movies or when we see documentaries of China or Japan or Korea. You can see that there are a lot of billboards, like smart billboards, where you can see some specific or personalized adverts. Very good. It's true, this one. Thank you, guys. So, just to remember, we're going to start with your classwork number. I think it's number 8 or number 9. No, it's your classwork number 9. Okay, now you have it on your screen. You have your classwork number 9. For this time, you're going to complete a worksheet, okay, about relative clauses and relative pronouns. So we're going to remember a little bit of what we see very early in the morning. Okay, so when you open this link, you're going to see something like this. Let me share you. You're going to see something like this. You know how to work in these live worksheets because we have done it before, but this is the exercise you're going to make, okay? So you're going to read very carefully these sentences. You have 12 sentences, and you're going to choose one of these relative pronouns in order to make a relative clause, okay? For example, in number 1 we have Nick is the boy. ¿Cuál elegirían ustedes? Who or which? Gave me
Who?
who, ¿verdad? Who porque nos referimos a una persona. Who. And so on. You will start choosing the right relative pronoun. Sí, van a seguir eligiendo el correcto.
Teacher.
Yes.
¿Las de abajo también?
Yes, of course. This one.
No, esas son las que no entiendo bien. O sea, porque no estuve en las primeras horas. No entendí nada.
Ok. A ver, entonces. Como un review, Giancarlos, esos relative pronouns los utilizamos para unir dos oraciones, ¿sí? O para dar información adicional. En este caso, pues vamos a unir dos oraciones. Mira, aquí tenemos un ejemplo. Tienes, this is the old lady. Sorry, guys. Like this. This is the old lady. Es la oración número 1. Y la oración número 2, mira, dice, I helped her cross the street. Le ayudé a ella a cruzar la calle. ¿Sí? Tenemos dos oraciones. Ella es la señora y la otra oración, le ayudé a ella, a la señora de la oración anterior, a cruzar la calle. ¿Sí? Ahora vamos a utilizar un relative pronoun, cualquiera de los pronombres relativos, es decir, who, which, where, when, etcétera, etcétera, para unir estas dos oraciones. Mira cómo nos queda. Tenemos, this is the old lady, ¿no es cierto? La primera oración. Esta es la señora mayorcita that I helped cross the street. Sí, ella es la señora que yo ayudé a cruzar la calle. Ojo que en lugar de este that también podría estar who. Who, porque nos referimos a una persona, ¿no es cierto? The old lady. So, this is the old lady who I helped to cross the street. También podría estar correcto. Okay, so you're going to keep on completing these sentences. Vamos a seguir completando estas oraciones y haciendo una sola. ¿Sí? Vamos a hacer una sola. Is it a little bit more clear, Giancarlos?
No, sí entendí, teacher. I got it. I got it, teacher.
Okay. So, just try to remember the relative pronouns. Trata un poquito de revisar los relative pronouns. De hecho, si ustedes recuerdan, los relative pronouns son básicamente casi todos los WH words que vieron ustedes, las palabras con WH para hacer preguntas, pero en este caso están actuando como un pronombre porque estamos sustituyendo, ¿no? Estamos sustituyendo a una persona o cosa o lugar, etcétera, etcétera. Once you end this exercise, guys, you know that you have to send it. Okay, well done, guys. Okay, just two answers more. Me faltan dos respuestas. Time's up, time's up. And I bought an umbrella to go out in the rain. Exactly. Y compré un paraguas, an umbrella to go out in the rain. Well done, guys. Gina is on the top. Very good. Number 5, please give me cake that is on the counter. So, what would be the, no article, a or an? 19 answers. What happened here? La mayoría nos fuimos por A. Por favor, dame un pastel que está en el mostrador. In this sentence, the right answer is that, because It seems that both the speaker and the listener know what cake they are talking about. ¿Sí? En este caso utilizamos da porque ese pastelito que se menciona en la oración, pues parece ya ser un pastel conocido para ambas personas. Es decir, las dos personas, el que habla y el que escucha, saben a qué se refiere. Please give me the cake that is on the counter. ¿Sí? Dame el pastel, ese que está ahí en el mostrador, ¿no es cierto? Give me that cake is on the counter. Let's continue. Well done, Wilson. Let's continue with number 6. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. This is a very well-known idiom in English idiom. Es una frase idiomática muy utilizada. What would it be? Yes, it's an apple a day keeps the doctor away. That's right. Let's see what's the next one. George, ya aparece por aquí. Micaela, Maffer, well done, guys. What happened with Gina? Let's continue. Number 7. Jane likes playing volleyball. Do you need a, an, no article, or da? Al inicio de la clase, no se olviden, chicos, de seguir completando la plataforma de Cambridge. You need to complete Unit 10 and we are starting Unit 11. So you can start developing Unit 11 as well. So for next class, you have as a very, very easy homework to complete this worksheet about the articles, okay? So you know how to do it, you know how to use it. You're going to open this link. Once you open the link, you will see something like this. ¿Sí? Una vez que abramos el link que tienen en este documento, ustedes se van a encontrar con la siguiente pantalla. Give me a second so I can change the screen. Okay, let me change. Once you open the link, you will find, where is it? This screen. Okay, what do you have to do? You're going to see three small readings, three small rectangles with readings, and you're going to choose which article goes well in each blank space, okay? So for example, in this case, we have my mother is, and then we have English teacher. Do you remember what article we used to use with jobs and professions? ¿Qué artículo ocupábamos con las profesiones? Which of these would you choose? No article, a or an or the? An. My mother is an English teacher, right? Mi mamá es una profesora de inglés. I am. También estamos hablando de una profesión, ¿no es cierto? En este caso, I am a student, right? And you're going to keep on completing the rest of these blank spaces with the right option. You have no article, a or an, and the. Okay, so you're going to complete, you have this first reading, the second reading, and this third reading that you're going to complete. Once you end this, you know that you can send the answers to the teacher, okay? You know how to do it, and you will upload a picture as an evidence of this exercise. That would be how you're going to complete this homework number 8. It's already uploaded to your students platform, so you're not going to have any trouble when developing it, okay? So that would be all about your homework. Eso sería lo que tendríamos como homework. I know.
Teacher.
Yes. Tell me, Giancarlos. Okay, I can.
Ya la terminé, pero quiero subirla ahí.
Sí, yes, no problem. I'm going to see right now who has already uploaded classwork. Don't worry. Tengo a Jimmy, Andrade, Patty, Armas, que ya han subido.
Teacher, pero,
Yes.
sí, pero es que estaba como que... Estaba la actividad, pero estaba como que no se podía subir.
Giancarlo refer to the homework, teacher.
Ajá, sí, ahorita lo que les estaba explicando es el homework. Porque de ahí el classwork...
The time of el tiempo de entrega está mal puesto.
Ah, ok, just let... sí, está como hoy.
A las horas. O sea,
You're right. Ahora sí les entiendo. Thank you. So you have up to Friday 19. Midnight, okay? Friday 19, yes. So now you can check it. Ahora sí ya le cambié. Thank you so much, guys, for telling me that. Sí, luego no iban a poder subir el trabajo. Thank you, Giancarlos and Steven. Well done, guys. So yes, I see that everybody has uploaded classwork except for Eliana. Eliana, you have up to 1 p.m. to upload your classwork, okay? Thank you guys for remembering that. Si no me decían, no me daba cuenta. Thank you. So guys, up to this point, do you have any question? Dudas o preguntas, chicos?